gentlemen, Hazardous FDM here. Today we will be playing Star Citizen on EndeavourOS Linux, backend of Arch. I am using the KDE Plasma desktop. I am running the X11 graphics system, 32 gigs of RAM, Radeon RX 6700 XT 12 gig graphics, and a Ryzen 7 5700G with Radeon graphics. As far as I know, I am not utilizing the built-in CPU Radeon graphics from the G system. I am only utilizing my base card. Now, EndeavourOS is an excellent operating system. Like I said, its backend is Arch. If you're familiar with Arch, it is a strictly terminal-based Linux operating system. EndeavourOS takes that system and puts a desktop UI on top of it. You have about 10 different options as far as desktop goes when you go to install it. It's very intuitive, but if you know anything about Arch Linux, it can be tedious, a little bit picky, and it's known to be a bit of an advanced Linux system. If you've been on Ubuntu for 6 months, a year, and you're getting used to that, and you think a different system might be better, I would highly recommend Endeavour. If you're a really in-depth user and you want to do everything by hand, installing a desktop, if you even want one, base Arch is also very good. Now, since we have been over my system spec, a little bit of the operating system that we're using here, we will go ahead and start the process. I have already installed everything required, so we will run Lutris. Lutris is quite easy to install. If you're on Arch, it's in the standard pacman system. You can just sudo pacman-S Lutris, and you're off and running. Same thing with OBS Studio. As you can see, I have OBS running. So the big to-do here, now I'm actually going to show you something. There's a very special file you need to download, and it's called the Star Citizen Lug Helper. You can see that file right here. We open this up, and you can see there's these files here. You need to open this inside Lutris to get it to install. Now, you can find here, since I have this on my other screen, I'll drag this over here. Okay. So you can see Star Citizen listed here. If you hit this plus, you can search Lutris and you can type Star Citizen or whatever you want in here. There is a Star Citizen launcher built into this function here, but I'm telling you right now, if you use it, all it's going to do is start the launcher, and everything's going to look offset. So your user login and your password and then the login button are all offset by about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and you can't function anything. It's like locked up. So if you use the lug helper, you can actually get the appropriate launcher, which we will now start. Starts right up, and I have muted the audio. As you can see, I'm on the 3.22 OA live version here, which is the current version as of 8:30 a.m. Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. So let's begin. Unfortunately, I want to move this out of the way. Sorry. I'm just going to adjust a few things here. Okay. All right, here we go. It seems to start up better than Windows, so I'll give you that. I hope everybody's day is going well. I do appreciate you watching and tuning in to this experiment. If anybody has questions, please comment below. Feel free to ask them. I will do my best to sort them out. Now, I do know that there is some audio popping happening. I'm not sure what it's coming from. I believe it has something to do with the bit rate of the audio being recorded. I'm going to have to work through that, so we will just try our best to ignore it for now, and I'll work on it later because I have already corrected a bunch of issues with other things, especially OBS. That took me 2 days to install. If you're familiar with Linux, I'm sure you could understand that. Now, I'm currently at Area 18. I had just dumped my Windows system. I played on there, so everything's all set up and ready to go. I don't have to set up my user armor set or anything. It should be all done. But we'll find out how well this goes. Loading times feel about the same. Yep. Looks good. Looks pretty good. You just R underscore display info space equals space 1, enter. If you type that in, R underscore display info equals 1, you will get up here in the corner, left corner up there, you can see the frames per second, server frames, and all the appropriate information. I do like to have that going when I play. As you can see, it's looking really good. I'm currently running at 1080, even though the display is at 4K. I'm going to turn chat off because that's annoying. Somebody's talking crap on my country or something here. Okay. Seem to be playing okay. There's some minor skips as like textures load in and things like that. Now, once we hit the bottom of this elevator into what I call the lobby, the desk that sits just inside that lobby area, about 99% of the time, it loads in like right as you turn to look at it. So if it does that, we know we're in good shape because that's normal, right? Yeah, that's normal. And it just kind of populates itself in there. And honestly, 30 frames per second in Area 18 or any populated city is, I don't know, feels pretty standard for me. So far, yeah, frames per second is average when you compare Windows to Linux, so long as you have the appropriate drivers. There is some skipping periodically, but I think that's more due to the processing of the shaders and textures. As we all know, when you play Star Citizen, it takes shader files and it caches them in a specific file folder system for reuse later, so it looks pretty good. If you're looking forward to the 3.23 update, the new star map UI, and all those other additions, say so below. I'm curious how people feel about this next update. I know it's getting, I missed it. People are getting pretty antsy about this next update. It looks pretty good. They're adding a lot of QOL features that probably should have been implemented a long time ago, but that's okay. Seems to be nice guys. Hey man. Ooh, that's some... Man.
Waiting passengers should be mindful of the platform's edge. Strong winds can arise suddenly.
Uh-huh. So where should we fly today? We'll go for a short flight. Let's see, we could maybe fly to, oh, I could go up to that bungee point real quick and see how flying goes.
Keep conversations and mobiglass to a reasonable.
Let's see, well, alright, and there I am, in case you were curious. And we're off. Some of the textures there didn't load in, that was interesting. Doesn't look half bad. The frame rate's a little bit low, but it just picked back up, which is normal, to be honest. Frame rate is not balanced very well. Probably just gonna take my Vulture. I think that's the only ship I have here at the moment. Okay. And this guy's ready to blast somebody. He's always standing there with his gun, waiting for somebody to do or say something dumb and blast him. We're there. Made it.
Want your company to be in
Pretty flawless, if you ask me.
Welcome
Alright,
to
let's
the
see what we
ASOS
got
vehicle
here.
retrieval system.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, we'll just take that.
Has been delivered to the following. Please visit us again.
Hangar 1. Alright. Real quick, I hope everybody's doing well. I know times are a bit rough right now. Be strong. We'll be alright. Hangar 1, right? Yeah, okay, good. We're there. Made it. Okay. Take a quick flight. See how things go. Decent frame rate at the moment. We'll close that up. Okay. Open sesame. Open. Alright. Okay. Power up. Engines on.
You are clear to launch.
Here we go.
are clear to launch.
Already did. Alright, let's hit it. Boost. Alright, 90 degrees, roughly. Well, 85. For some reason, I always try and get that 85, 90 degree upward angle. Drives me crazy when people try and leave atmosphere at like a 60-degree angle. It takes forever. Okay. No, that's not, is it that one? No. That one? No. I know you're up here somewhere. That's not it. Come on. Where are you at? Where are you at? I know you're up here somewhere. I might have to go to... I don't want to go there. I'll cruise up here real quick and then we'll see. Okay, quantum works well. Where? There you are. Okay, don't need that on anymore. I should probably power down.
Please proceed.
Ooh, slam on them brakes.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
It's funny, it always puts me on the inside. Got another guy right there. What you flying, sir? Look like a cutlass. Alright, gear down.
Landing gear down.
Da, 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 da. Ooh. This is playing well. Going well. Don't crash. Oh, and one quick side note, when it comes to Lutris, it wants you to install Wine, so that's a prerequisite that you want to do. And then it also asks for a Proton version, GE Proton. I installed GE Glorious Egg Roll, which is on 8.32, I believe. I believe Lutris is told to use 8.1 right now. I just need to change it, but it's working pretty well, so.
Landing
Landing complete. Have a
Alright.
pleasant stay.
Engines off. Shut down. And hop up. Awesome. Who's this?
Attention. I have been authorized to scan your vehicle for security purposes. Please hold your vehicle and stand.
I don't know why they, why remain stationary. I've already landed. I don't know what that was about. That's weird.
Alright. Everything checks out.
I hope so. I seriously hope so, bro. I've already landed. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as a base test, I guess, this went well. Again, if anybody has questions, comments, general questions, I don't know. If you have questions at all about the process, the operating system, the game, please feel free to ask. Just comment away.
Welcome to the
We'll
ASOC
store
vehicle
this.
retrieval system. Please visit us again.
One little tip I will probably show you before we end this here. You are welcome to quit the game back to desktop or home screen. Now, as you can see, when you exit the game, it doesn't form this window appropriately. So what you're going to want to do is switch over to Lutris, and I'll pull it over here so you can see. There's this stop button right here. You're going to want to hit that, and it'll just close the process there. So yeah, that's it. So again, I appreciate everybody for watching. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you all next time.